Yo, what's happening, family? It's your host, KCDG. This the King Tape Podcast, evening edition. We about to get into this lesson. We're going to talk about flat earth today. I know we've been heavy on the American history and the capital J, but we're going to switch up the vibe a little bit, and, we're going to jump on this forgotten geography. Yeah, I like the way that sounds. I might have to change the title of this video, Forgotten Geography. Yeah, I like that. But without further ado, you know how this goes. Okay, family. So, are you ready? We're about to jump off the deep end tonight, baby. We jumping off the deep end. Quite literally. We're gonna jump off the edge of the earth. And I need y'all to have my back in this. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm gonna get ready to share my screen. But before I do that, I want you guys listen. Close your eyes. Just free your thoughts. Forget everything you think you know about Earth right now. Free your thoughts and think greater than you've ever thought before. Because even then, you are still going to be amazed of the history that we've forgotten and the geography that we've lost. Okay, I can't wait. So I'm going to get the camera off the messenger because I want you guys to focus on the message. Okay, so I'll be back in the middle of the video, end of the video. Who knows? Let's see how deep it gets. But like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Trust me, you're not going to want to lose this video. And first off, I want to give a special shout out to 432 The Drop Radio for providing this video. Because I was, okay, if you go down, scroll through my channel and look at the season 2 episodes of the King's Table Podcast, we had an episode where we talked about the flat earth before, and I was trying to prove my point to Chaos, which is why I think he's missing from class tonight, because this would be damning evidence, to say the least. Okay. Nah, nigga, you late for class. Don't come in this big yo. Nah, nigga, you late for class. Now you gotta sit in the back of the classroom now. You gotta sit in the back of the classroom now. You gotta take your ass to the back. Matter of fact, you go stand out in the hallway. I'm gonna have a little chat with you. All right. So let's get into this video. Okay, I gotta subscribe to this man's channel because this man be dropping gems. You see the name Drop? That's what he be doing. This nigga be dropping shit. And since Chaos is late to class, I'll catch you up. What's going on is we're talking about geography tonight. If you remember, this is why I need your ass on the panel. We had a previous show about flat earth before. All right, I'm gonna drop the link. Okay, everybody, feel free. Come to the front of the class. Come to the front of the class. I need to see facial expressions and shock value for this one. Boy, this gonna get. Man, I got something in store for y'all. I have to stop watching it. It's like I gotta watch this with the fellas. Gotta watch this with the people. Come on, Chaos. Bring your ass on up, dog. Yo, James, stay tuned, bro. This is gonna be crazy. Trust me. You're gonna wanna stay tuned for this one. This is gonna blow your top, bro. But like I said, I need all you guys to stop and forget everything you think you know about geography just for about 30 minutes. Now, after these 30 minutes, we could come up with, the discussion and the debate what we just witnessed. But forget everything you've been told about geography just for these 30 minutes. All right, look like Chaos don't want to come on the panel, so I'm going to get the video started.
Flat Tribe 101. Shout out to the tribe. Worlds beyond the pole.
What you mean, what I'm on, James?
We've been digging on that, those maps showing that land beyond the barrier. So let's get back into this
Okay, so check out this map. As you see, the known world that we know is right here. You see, you got South America, you got Florida. Serious. Ain't nobody talking about you, sweetie. Nobody talking about you. You got Australia, you got Asia, all over here, England, and they want you to believe that this is the Atlantic Ocean. Well, technically it is the Atlantic Ocean. This would be the North Pole. China would be right here. And this would be Africa. This whole mess. Okay.
Adio Giannini with a dragonfly perspective, man. Let's get it from
All
here.
these are said to be land masses as well.
Mistress of deception. Let us remember, it is the brain that sees.
Join the building.
And that the human eye is only.
Chaos has joined the building.
Man, give me a hard time, man. I was, setting up shop. Freaking Frack had an appointment earlier today, so they was on off napping schedule. They just jumped up when you hit me. I wasn't trying to skip class. I'm always ready for class.
Hey, you know when the teacher come and grab you by the back of you.
Yeah, that's how I felt. Talking about
your ass up, but I gotta talk to you outside the hallway real quick.
Three different platforms when you talking about Geechee beat you at the class. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait, hold up. Wait, let me get up. Hold up.
No, Pete, you remember the previous episode we did on Flat Earth, right?
Yeah, you remember my previous response was it's above my pay grade to respond.
I remember. But now we're gonna get into this book. This book was called The Earth Beyond the World Beyond the Poles.
Right.
So, without further ado, I'm gonna continue the video.
You gonna send this to me too?
Nope, we about to watch it right now. Oh, you mean you want the episode for yourself?
No. I'm talking about if this is a PDF.
Oh no, this ain't a PDF. This is gonna be a video. We hopping off history for a second, and we're gonna touch on geography just because we touched on it before, but we ain't really going to depth.
Right.
So I'm gonna let homie go into depth. This is from the Drop 432. This is a Red Fella special. If you know, you know. Shout out to Red Fella. And without further ado,
a faulty window, which shows us but an infinitesimal portion of the universe about us. The human eye is only a faulty window. Dig on that. So they have a figure here which shows the stratosphere, showing that any part of Earth's luminous outer sky as proven is just another star or planet. Any part of the Earth's outer sky, luminous outer sky, is just another star or planet. Which means what? It's just more land beyond the pole.
y'all let me know what y'all think in the chat.
So this
Globe or
figure
flat?
one indicates the deceptions experienced in a telescopic observation of the universe about us, but it is not intended to show the true contour of the universe whole. It is meant to express only the salient features of physical continuity. It shows how all connected land and sky area of the universe have positive continuity with the Earth. But it also shows how every sky area of the universe must deceptively appear to telescopic detection as globular area. And that deception of globularity imposes the delusion that the areas are isolated. Connecting areas or parts of the illustration's luminous outer sky curves may be considered, quote, star areas between the planets, quote unquote. Though the illustration shows them all more or less alike, there does exist variation in their luminous depth, but they all are areas of the luminous outer sky surface of the universe. So let me get that back.
Run it back then, brother.
There does exist variation in the luminous depth, but they are all areas of the luminous outer sky surface of the universe. All areas of the sky surface. All right, let's go. Variations in luminous depth result from differences in intensity of gaseous sky content. Such variations in turn develop differences in the astronomer's spectrum and spectroscopic analysis. All luminous areas of the universe illustration are in common with the universe it represents, observable parts of an infinitely continuous and unbroken outer sky surface. My nigga, holla if you hear me.
Let me get some regulating going. I told you, Clip, everything you've been told about geography, about the Earth being a globe, about the stratosphere, the outlay, the stars, and all that shit. Forget all that, bro. Clear your mind and think greater and bigger. Think about who we're talking about. Geechee, I'm talking to you personally because you know about the Big J. You put me on the book about the Big J. So think about the level of deception that they're willing to go to. Just think about it. All right, I'm gonna get back into it.
Unbroken, man. So they sold us on an inverted theory. They sold the whole world. They got the world talking about blasting into outer space as if there's disconnection, as if there's space, just blackness, space in between all globular, globe-like planets, spherical objects. And how would you ever know? So the only people that would ever find out must be a part of Love to Kwame, man, the go along, get along gang, man. I mean, he ain't lying, man. He ain't lying to you, man. He's using his platform, man, to kick off, you know what I'm saying, a whole nother way. And, you know, I appreciate how it comes, where it comes, when it comes, man. Truth. Truth is truth, man. No matter who you are, truth is truth. You know what I mean? And that's what we digging on. So what's the truth about the sky? What's the truth about space? Is there outer space or is it extra terrestrial, right? More land, the terra this, terra what? Terra Sancta, Holy Land, Terra Vista, right? So more land, man. That's all we're talking about. They can't fit on their little ball globe of, 25,000 circumference, whatever miles. Come on, man. They can't keep making that ball bigger. You show them, hey, look at these land masses that are bigger than Africa. Look at this landmass that's bigger than Africa, America, Asia, all put together. That's what we're finding out. That's what they're finding out, that there's more lands, huge lands. What did Tao say in the cities of gold? You see how this all connects? He says, my land was the oldest one before it broke into pieces because something went down, some type of super solar war, cosmic war, dragon war going on, right?
Connect them dots.
Well, we're talking about the mistress of deception.
Mm-hmm.
And the deception is that there's space. I mean, yeah, there's space to roam. I'm saying there's not outer space. You're not going to have to get into a rocket ship to get from this land to that land, from this plane to that plane, from this planet to that planet. It's plane to plane. God is going insane.
Okay.
We're talking about deception, man. Deception. Such variations in turn develop differences in the astronomer's spectrum and spectroscopic analysis. All luminous areas of the universe illustration are observable parts of an infinitely continuous and unbroken sky area. They say in common with the universe it represents. Let's go. It covers underlying celestial land, water, and ice as it covers such elements of the terrestrial. More land, my nugget. More water, the same water, not different water. It's not a different atmosphere. You don't get to...
I know you thinking why. What would be the purpose of telling us this, right? And then you see all these land masses. All these waters. And then you think about all the resources that could be possibly on these land masses. What kind of resources? Materials. So
what kind of undocumented materials and metals and jewels and all kind of food, all kind of crap.
So why are there cities inside mountains in Alabama? There's cities everywhere, bro. There's cities underwater too. There's cities everywhere, literally everywhere, bro. You can't. It's hard to find any place in this known atmosphere where there isn't cities. All right, Siri. Nobody talking to you, sweetheart.
Mars and you can't breathe. It's the same Earth. It's just further across the barrier, man. You're looking up at the sky. What they say about the human eye? What they say about the human eye? That was a quote. A quote at the top. Let's read it again. Let us remember, it is the brain that sees.
Mm-hmm. The eye is just a faulty window.
So whatever they hijack your brain with, like the globe, like the spherical ball that you think you're on, spinning around at 1,100 miles per hour, man, you don't feel no movement. You flying at 67,000 miles right now, my nigga? My nigga, is you flying at 67,000 miles per hour right now? And you ain't run into nothing yet, right? No collision with nothing because the space is so grand.
Geechee, I got something special for you. Okay, check this out. You say explain from my point of view. I'm going to give you my point of view. Okay. At 7:00 p.m. here in Puerto Rico, it is pitch black dark. Not sun going down, not sun setting or whatever. It is pitch black dark, like midnight. But with New Jersey, New York, Florida, and all of them being in the same time zone, the sun still be out and shining. Now, how would that be possible on a globe theory Earth? It would not be, because, let me show you. Florida's here, Puerto Rico's here. If the sun is shining here, the sun would be shining here. There would be no lapse in the sunlight, especially when they're in the same time zone. Planet, terrestrial plane. Facts. It's hidden in the words. I mean, which one makes sense?
Hey, linguistics is another episode.
What happened?
So linguistics is another episode, sir.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into part 2 of linguistics. We're gonna definitely get into part 2 of that. So I'm gonna continue this.
You just flying.
Oh, hold up. That was just my perspective though, Geechee, just to give you a little bit.
7,000 miles per hour, spinning at 1,100 miles per hour on a wobble, my knock. On a wobble, my knock. You wobbling, you wobbly, drop it like it's hot. You wobbly, man. How can you meditate, man? How can you ever have one still moment if you're spinning and flying at 67,000 miles per hour all your life? Can you imagine being on a spaceship all your life? I'm just saying, my nigga. Wakey, man. Wakey. Let's go.
Wakey.
Let us remember it is the brain that sees, and the human eye is only a faulty window, which shows us but an infinitesimal portion of the universe. About us, the human eye don't show us nothing. You're seeing reflections and refractions all over the place, bouncing off the crystal firmament, my night. Water in the sky.
Put that thing in perspective for me.
It covers underlying celestial land, water, and ice, as it covers such elements of the terrestrial. There is also shown the region of atmospheric density between land surface and the inner blue sky. The distance is the same at celestial level as it is at terrestrial level, and the oxygen content is sufficient to sustain vegetation and life at celestial level. It's the same atmosphere, maybe cleaner. You know, they wrecked this place, you know what I'm saying? But Hawaii.
Brother, there is plenty technology to prove this. But what you got to understand is that everything that we get to prove this is filtered. It's coming through an organization that doesn't want us to connect those dots, because they went out of their way to get the world to believe that we're on a spinning ball. Yes, sir. Pt.2. I had to shoot that man my subscribe. But yeah, you gotta understand, like, it's the reason why they put those. It's like the same reason why they have a certain organization that only investigate UFOs. They got a certain organization that only go out in the outer space. You either gotta be Elon Musk or NASA, one of the two. And the information that they get and that they see, you have to sign an NDA. So why can't you talk about what you saw? I go to space, fuck that. I want to talk about this shit.
got it. Wa got us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's all happening, man. It's the same vegetation in the celestial. So when they're talking the heavens and do they eat in heaven, from a religious standpoint, they got it in your mind that you're talking about heaven as someplace that's far above you. Giannini's trying to get it through your mind, the orientation that to get above you, you just got to go straight. And the octaves that are above you, the ether that is above you, now you're talking about, you know what I'm saying? Now you're talking about the throne, my God. But all that celestial cosmos stuff, all that outer spaceness is straight, man. Straight, man. So now you can see, okay, well, in terms of north, south, east, and west, it's all relative, depending on where you at. I mean, where's the magnetic north? You know, somebody might be on this side of the magnetic north. Somebody might be on the other side of the magnetic north. But north ain't up. North is straight towards the magnetic. You know what I'm saying? The mountain, whatever they're calling the magnet, the magnetism. I love the natural by law. Popping off, man. Another naturalist, man. Episode, what was it? 26, 20. I think it was episode 20, man. Love to my bro, natural by law. Popping off, man, and just being a consistent con for the Nagas. Hey, man, I'm gonna drop it, man, on the IG pretty soon. But the bro just hit me, man, with the care packages, man. Y'all gotta hit up naturalbylaw.net, naturalbylaw.net. Just check out this crystal water flow, man. I mean, this,
I'll make sure
I ain't never seen
I
nothing like
wasn't
this.
expecting no missed call. I usually wake up when I hear the phone ring. I don't know why the fuck I was sleep so hard.
Man, you see the names of these land masses. You got the wall. You got Odin. You had Isis.
To crystallize your water, you got a pure. I think it's an obsidian. I think I got some dragon. You know, some dragon fire. You know, popping off in my water. It's a beautiful water bottle with a crystal like inside of it to crystallize the water. I mean, it's beautiful, right, man. Go check out naturalbylaw.net, man. I'm just saying, man. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about the magnetism.
Look at that.
So,
New Appalachia. Like, imagine.
North is magnetically wherever it is in relationship to where you're at.
Yeah. They even had a landmass called Tahuti. Did you peep that?
What in the world?
You didn't see that, did you? Here. Isis. Look. Oh.
How old is this map?
That's the question right there, bro. That's the question right there.
See all the mountain peaks in the middle of all the land masses got mountain peaks?
Mm-hmm.
The compass always goes north, right? It ain't going straight up. Don't you notice that, man? I mean, that's a body bag for the illusion. North ain't got nothing to do with up, man.
Anubis. What walls of Whales of Anubis? What would that be called?
Right, and south would be everything opposite of north, right? So it'll be out, like pushing outward. East and west is counterclockwise and clockwise. So if you have to time travel, your machine must go clockwise or counterclockwise.
Bro,
a certain.
Look at the name of this place, dog. What if? Just what if? Man. Telekinesia.
What if it's a land of people or a place with a material or a vibration that gives everybody the ability to communicate?
Right. Ooh. Hold up. My boy dropping pressure down in the chat. Hold up. He say, we in the Atlantean age, those over planes from the ages before us every 25,000 years. Facts. You say, explain how the planet is in your words, because this is deep as hell. All right, I got you. We in the middle of the military facts. Planet, plane, or dimension of existence. Muslim issue, yeah. All planets are planes of existence. Oh man, I couldn't have said it simple, bro. That if that's not the truest fact, if that's not the truest fact.
Distance of time, distance and time. I mean, you calculate it. Don't try this at home. Don't try to be popping off time machines. I'm just saying. My balcony servers know that we got some, time travel drop. I'm saying, brewing. Let's go. I'm on page 32. There's also shown the region of atmospheric density between land surface and inner blue sky. All right. So in the Copernican concept of planetary isolation, the sun is assumed to occupy the center of the dark stratosphere. Connecting outer sky areas of the universe are assumed to be isolated units, and they are assumed to perform a rotative movement around the sun center of the mathematically prescribed universe subdivision known as the solar system. That solar system arrangement, which embraces the Earth, represents something of a combined celestial and terrestrial pinwheel. To make for easier comprehension of physical continuity, the pinwheel solar system center or sun has in a way been pulled out to afford it reasonable placement as a guide or leader for the entire connected universe. Now we're talking about a connected universe. Think about that. Not a disconnected universe, not a universe with outer space,
shout out to Red Fellas,
but a universe that has plenty of space to travel. But you're not going through no rocket or no rocket ship and no dark vacuum of nothingness. Like they sold us shit. I used to want to be an astronaut, man. I'm personally, affected by this, man. But if I can do it, my nigga, you can do it. I wanted to be an astronaut, man. I wanted to see what they talking about.
Mars.
And then you get that high up, and then it's like, hey, man, you really want to know the secrets, man? I mean, do you want to pass the program or not? The secret is, we ain't going nowhere, bro.
Going nowhere, man.
There's more land beyond the pole.
Simple.
We in water.
In the building. What's good, brother?
This is a film set. This is a film studio. We in water right now. Come on, man. To make for easier comprehension of physical continuity, the pinwheel solar system, or sun, has in a way been pulled out to afford it reasonable placement as a guide or leader for the entire connected universe.
Thanks.
As the illustration shows, every previously assumed isolated area of the universe whole, including the Earth, holds its original position in the universe structure, and every area maintains its daily and yearly relation to the sun. Accordingly, the illustration shows how the land and sky of celestial extend to and connect with the Earth's imaginary pole point. So, let's read it again. This illustration shows how the land and the sky of the celestial extend to and connect with the Earth's pole point.
Ooh.
So everything you're thinking about celestial is connecting more Earth, my nigga. It's not a different Earth. It's another Earth point. It's another.
Ooh. Okay. I knew I heard it from somewhere. I didn't want to say the Bible, but he just confirmed it because I was thinking I heard this in the Bible. When underwater, under the dome, the firmament, the Bible and the Quran told us that. That's the word I was looking for, firmament, because I was going to say dome. Yeah, buddy. We got about 10 minutes left. Let's let them wrap it on up.
It's another connectivity of the same Earth plane. And that's the trick that
Hey, am I tripping, bro? Or do that bitch say 1972 down in the corner right here?
Yeah, move the
Oh,
banner.
that bitch definitely. I gotta move the banner. Oh yeah, you're right. Two say. That's a comment. Yo, that should definitely say 1972.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, bitch.
The hijack is put on people with their heaven, because they can have their own heaven in the celestial, right? And you're thinking that they're in some other, you know what I'm saying, atmosphere, some other, you know what I'm saying? Nah, they ain't up there in the throne room with Hawa. They ain't up there with Hawa. They can't see past the barrier, my nigga. They can just get so far outside the ring, outside the wall, and that's their heaven. That's their heaven. They say, well, I promise you 72 virgins, and yada, yada, yada. Well, maybe they can make that happen in their land. Maybe that's what they do in their land. You dig? They say,
the
hey,
waters
man,
never went back up after the flood.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's all energy, frequency, and vibration. You're talking about high tech, my man. So, you know, who knows what they're capable of, you know, taking on some joyride, taking your frequency on some joyride to another plane, you know, place beyond the plane, you know, another plane beyond the barrier, and on they go. They make a lot of promises, don't they? These celebrities, they go missing or whatever the case.
Say what?
Controversy around the death.
Okay.
Nobody saw the body. You know what I'm saying? You know, they rest in power, man, or live in power to, you know, Tupac Shakur, man. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of Pac fans in the ether. You know what I'm saying? You know, we dig, man. You know what I'm saying? The realness, man. But you know what it is, man? It's it's like this whole side. You know, somebody on the side, you know, had a theory. You know what I'm saying? And they said they saw a helicopter, you know, at the scene. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I can't confirm it or deny none of this. But they said they saw a helicopter take Pac somewhere. You know what I mean? And then they said it was no helicopter. You know, but if there was a helicopter, where did he go? You know, people say South America.
Mud floods.
You know, there's other lands beyond the pole. I know it's like outer space, though, right? It seems like outer space. I see another Earth, another Earth plane, more mountains, more trees, more water, more oceans, right? You thought the creator stopped creating, man. That's your problem, man. You thought the creator stopped creating. And the creator is the creator. So when you got Genesis popping off, you got to think, like, this is the genesis of what? You're talking about this earth pond right here was being, you know what I'm saying, was popping off right there? Because that's not the beginning of all the earth ponds. You know what I'm saying? That's not the beginning of all the earth. That's the beginning of this earth right here. The formless, the void, you know what I mean? You know, the framer and the shaper had to frame and shape with matter that really already existed.
Who control the power of what?
So you're coming back into an awakening, man. You know what I'm saying? Of a connection that you have with each other. And security. Let's get a little more for the discipline.
What if when we see those aerial shots that depict the darkness of space, they're using infrared cameras or infrared type filters to show the coldness as darkness?
It's all possible. You know what I mean? Because check this out. To really get the images that would prove it, they have to be filtered down to us. I can't just send a satellite up into space without having aerial permission and this and that. You know what I mean? So all the information that we get pretty much is filtered, bro. It has to come from either NASA or our government or someone's government. So it's easily to paint a picture when you're the one with the paintbrush. But What power were you talking about, Geechee?
Hey, we're just getting some flat drive 101, real cozy, some Spanish guitars at 432 hertz. You only can hear it here, man. 432thedrive.com, download the app, man. Hey, out to the dragons on the wall.
Ooh. Pressure.
All right, so accordingly, the illustration shows how the land and the sky of the celestial extend to and connect with the Earth's imaginary pole points, because it's an imaginary, it's just your imagination, man, that there's some type of point that everything stops, but you need that on the ball, because that's finite. A ball is a finite situation, so
people,
it can't get bigger. Then they try to drop hints, everything's expanding. And then Admiral Byrd said the Earth's shrinking. So what does he mean by that? That the lands that are outside the pole, so-called, are, coming inside, it's just shrinking, like stars are falling from the sky type of thing.
The Most High.
Think about it, man. The stars are falling from the sky, right? I think in Revelation, one of them scripts got the stars falling from heavens at the very end. Now you could think about the stars as all these other, Earths, all these other Earth ponds, that are all spread out, that maybe at one time were all connected. The same type of Pangea you got with America, Africa, India, and all this, Australia. You got the same Pangea popping with the rest of the Earth planet. So does the stars falling from heaven coming back to Earth have to do with the rejoining of the land? Is all the land going to be one again? And is it going to be one shepherd of that land? And will it be promised land for you, where you have plenty of space? Hey, man, I'm going to go check in with Five Eyes, man. He got all these islands over here. Like that. You see how many islands there is, man?
Greetings, Don.
Oh, man, he got all this land right
there.
Good
evening.
Hey, man, I'm going to holler at Yosef. He got like this whole plane over here, man. And, it's going to be like that. We're going to holler at the battles? Oh, well, you already know, man. The battles got, what I'm saying? All the valleys and the mountains and everything in between. You know what I'm saying? Like, that whole region, yeah, you got to get out that barrier. Say what's up to Preston on the way to holler at the battles, man. And we in battle time, man. For the dismount, imaginary pole points. It shows that we may move beyond the earth without falling off the edge, quote unquote, or falling off the ends. The following descriptive material is conjunction with the illustration. In conjunction with the illustration should afford ample guidance for comprehension of the factual universe as it was created. Number one, the dark center represents the perpetually dark stratosphere surrounding the terrestrial and the celestial. It is part of the dark void of infinity, wherein the universe whole was created. Two, the luminous outer partial disk to be observed against stratosphere darkness represent the skylight developed over all areas of the earth or of the universe. The continuity of the same blue sky we observe from land surface everywhere on the terrestrial is seen by inhabitants of every other universe area when they, as do we, look up or out from their respective land surface position.
You just explained it.
They looking up or out at you, and you look like a star or a plane, right?
I'm gonna take that back.
Luminous, man. Developed over all.
He just answered that question for you, Red Feather. I was just about to type it in the chat. But keep this part.
Areas of the earth or of the universe. A continuity of the same blue sky we observe from land surface everywhere on the terrestrial is seen by inhabitants of every other universe area. As do we look up or out from their respective land surface position. So they looking up or out at you, and you look like a star or a plane, right? Luminous, man. I mean, imagine if they're all cities like this lit up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's go. And looking through their inner blue sky at night, they observe the luminosity of our gaseous outer sky areas in precisely the same manner we observe their outer sky luminosity against the darkness. Since their lenses cannot be expected to penetrate through areas of our luminous skylight and detect the land under our sky, it is most likely that they have deduced as erroneously of our and as we have of their land. So they have deduced as erroneously of our and as we have of their land. I mean, are they being fooled too? I mean, do they think they're on a spinning ball? 3, therefore, the inner side of all outer luminous disc-like areas of the illustration may be understood to represent the familiar gaseous sky envelope observable from any terrestrial location as our particular blue sky. From all other land areas of the universe, the blue sky likewise represents the particular sky of inhabitants of such areas. Whoa. From all other land areas of the universe, the blue sky likewise seen represents the particular sky of inhabitants of such areas, inasmuch as recent U.S. naval stratosphere photographs of outer sky areas prove them to be luminous. So they were already taking pictures of these outer sky areas or lands beyond the pole. The U.S. Navy, my nigga, back in the 20s, man. The 20s, man. The 20s, and they saying that, oh man, flat earth theory. What you talking about? You've been taking pictures of what they say? Outer terrestrial sky areas. The Navy, they had a stratosphere photograph, man. You dig? Which proved them to be luminous and presenting the identical appearance of celestial areas. Confirmation is had that there exists the same gaseous sky content for the celestial as it is known to envelope the terrestrial, since the luminosity of outer terrestrial sky areas corresponds to that of outer celestial sky areas. It follows that atmospheric conditions underlying the sky envelope where our celestial cousins dwell must correspond to atmospheric conditions prevailing at terrestrial level. Thus, the inner blue sky must also correspond throughout the entire universe. So they're going to see the same inner blue sky wherever you are. The same sky, maybe different stars or, different. That's an interesting thing. How does the horoscope or the celestial configuration look, in the lands and the further outside the barrier, man? Right here for the dismount, our experiments show that without the existence of an inner blue sky.
That's enough. All right, so this is the book he's referring to that he's sourcing. Worlds Beyond the Poles. All right. And I want to pull up this map to where this is what it's believed to be as the infinite plane. Infinite in all sides and directions with multiple worlds. So when we look up and out, these are what we're seeing. They're stars. All right. So tell me. What you got to add, Mr. Chaos, Mr. Chaos?
Man, let me tell you something. I have yet to be promoted, so it's still above my pay grade. It is quite wonderful information and quite intriguing. and the facts seem to line up and very plausible, just as the round Earth theory is very plausible. Until I can afford the equipment and therefore scientists to complete the experiments to confirm for myself, it will remain interesting.
So let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Do you believe in the Old Testament?
Well, we're gonna have to do a video on my perception of the Bible.
So I'm just asking, what perception would you get from the word firmament being in the Bible?
Well, yeah, now see, firmament is says is directly defined as a separation. So that separation, if that separation is created by the Almighty Creator, it would seem to be impassable or only tolerable for us to pass to the extent allowed by said Creator. And so limiting us to this plane definitely makes sense.
Hmm. But you got Admiral Byrd, who gave his testimony that he traveled beyond this plane, and that's where this information all stems from. I don't know if you remember that interview.
Yeah, we could argue that Enoch was also allowed to travel beyond the plane.
You could.
So I told, like I said, it's just totally plausible.
Hitler knows too. Yeah, Hitler went into different areas. What if the planes of existence within? Nah, I mean, there's different dimensions of existence within. Planes of existence, that's physical, my boy. When you deal with a plane, you're dealing with something physical. Red feather, correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, that's what I get from it. Chaos, correct me if I'm wrong.
Hey, man, if I was at,
Well, that just changes your whole perception.
oh yeah, that's totally deep. You know what I'm saying? It's true. It's solid. A solid source of information that you can go back to. Your mama in the room. No. Um, that definitely was um uh
So, from the
like
depiction of that, let me just refresh everything that we tapped on before, right? So, from the depiction of that, the outer ring of what our known world was alleged to be Antarctica.
right.
Where can't we go to find out if this is true or not?
Sure, I'm pretty sure they already got that beautiful beam footage.
No, that's what I'm telling you. They know this, but
Right.
they don't. Why would they tell? Do you remember? Hold on, bro. I'm gonna bring some, give you a perspective, another motive, so to speak, right? Do you remember what happened with the gold rush and what year was that? 1972 or whatever that was. Imagine
Come
that.
out like San Francisco Gold Rush. That was the that was pretty much that was pretty much the peak.
Oh yeah, Muslim Geechee. That's what I meant by a red feather special. Yeah, red feather special. If you know, you know. Nah, but the one place we can't go. You said if you had all the equipment and all that, it wouldn't matter, bro. Because guess where you can't go? To them outer rings. Therefore, your illusion will stay intact.
Right. Well, that's what I was saying. That's why I call it above my pay grade. That's why I use that specific terminology.
Yeah, yeah, that one had me baffled. But like, I've been to Admiral Byrd's story. His is what really gravitated me to this whole situation and made me think twice about it. Because after that interview, like, it was like no more about it ever being talked about again. Like the whole narrative changed.
Right.
You feel me? So my thing is, all right, pick me up. If they was to disclose that information to the public, imagine the 1972 San Francisco gold rush with 7 billion people. And who's to say if these land masses don't have people of their own?
High caliber. Right.
Something is in the lights and shit that we've been seeing in the sky. What if these are just more efficient ways to travel across the infinite plane?
Right. I mean, yeah, there are infinite amount of you know theoretics.
Whoa, 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 whoa. That cracked my think. That cracked my dome right there, red feather. That cracked my dome. Hold up.
I
Wait.
mean, if we're to agree
Hold
on
up.
if we are to agree on the images that we just viewed, what he's saying totally makes sense. But it will also make sense that there will be multiple layers, and each would have its own, and then there will be if there's say our multi-plane and then a firmament over said, and then there's another multi-plane with sub planes that mirror our own. I mean, there are we could run theories until we're blue in the face, no matter how dark we are.
All the planets are under the dome. Can you imagine
Get
how
him.
mad? Bro, you know what it is? It'd be a cat walking by back there, and every time they see the cat, they go crazy.
Yeah, like them cartoons.
They can't get to the cat because it's up on a wall.
Nature, man.
Yeah, that's
Even
just
modified nature is still nature.
yeah, I love it. Hate it at the same time. All 9 planes are within our firmament. Yeah, okay. Once again, we have 9 openings in our body. Grr.
But hey, so
Stop.
man, I'm gonna ask the question. We gonna jump into the portal within the next couple of days, and I'm gonna ask a really crazy question.
We gonna jump into what? The portal?
We're gonna jump in the chaotic portal and ask a really crazy question in the next couple of days.
Yeah, we're gonna. This is just the study session, bro. Man, hey, Beachy, it's 3 of them, bro. It ain't just one. It's 3 of them, bro. So I should use 9 planets, 9 planes of existence. Red fella, I'm gonna have to. What? Yeah.
Man, that's a really broad statement too, though. For real, though, Red. Yeah, it's deep, but that's really a broad statement too. I need you Red Feather. I'm gonna need you to do a little better than that. I'll wait.
I'm stuck on that shit, dog. Like that
Man,
cracked my
why?
whole.
Nah, man, nah. It's too broad. He ain't lock it down just yet, man. He's starting to say something. He ain't finished talking about multiple planes of existence.
I tell you what, bro. Hearing this information sounds way more believable than the shit that you hear from NASA, dog. The 9 planets: Mars, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter. Those are said to be the planes of existence. The
Yeah,
nine
they had to have a
Hindu.
cover story. There has to be some sort of explanation, some sort of framing of an explanation of what may be on the outside in order to justify what we can see in the research. So that explains those 9 planes we are allowed to be known.
Mm-hmm. We're dropping them bitches too. Throwing them bitches at like he had a wedding right here. Understand the best part, the guest. The earth is the body. Stop. Getting too deep. Stop. It's late, boy. It ain't late where you at, but like I say, sun go down here 7 o'clock, so that bitch feel extra late. There's no end, right? It's the infinite plane. Body is one, and the soul is the earth. Ooh. Body is one. Okay. Oh, shit. So we broke that 1 hour mark for the first time in a long time. Rightfully so. Because I don't think we're going to have a part 3 for this until we come up with some. I got a curveball for you. Let me pull it up.
Boy.
Mm. Wow, 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 wow. Ooh. They gotta come to the linguistics class. Red feather dropping them bombs. Kaboom. Kablooey. We dropping them bombs. All right, check this out. This shit crazy. Explain this for me one time. All right, not the commercial. Screw the commercial. You know, YouTube be on it bullshit. But explain this video for me one time. All right. So what you're seeing here is this is a private, organization, people, whatever, private group of people built their own rocket with a GoPro on it, and they sent it into so-called space. And this was the result.
Going in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1.
this the video? No, that was a complete waste of 2 minutes and 11 seconds. Oh my god. My bad, y'all. So, let me find the actual video because that's not the one I wanted to refer to. GoPro was on rocket launch this base. No, that's not it. Where is it? Where is it? Did they take it off? Bro, I just watched it not too long ago. Oh my gosh, dog. I think they took it off. All right, I'm gonna get into this video then. It's a 10-minute video. Y'all buckle in, get what you need to do. Go to the kitchen, grab your drink, grab your snacks, whatever you gotta do. And we're gonna get into this video. It's a short film called The Firmament. And after this, I will ask you guys a couple of questions. Why does the light then not go straight out? That's because the dome. All y'all do to explain is the rainbow, right? It's rainbow light. Ooh. Okay, the firmament. While I listen. Okay, me too. Muslim, Geechee, fat spliffing suit. Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, sir. I'm gonna do that too, but off camera. I'm gonna join you guys. And we're gonna watch this short film together. And this shit gonna be interesting. Alright. God damn Siri, nobody talking to you. Oh god. Alright. Here we go.
I think we're unique because now, as you can see,
Okay.
we are.
Screw these commercials. But shout out to whoever channel I'm playing this on. Let me give them a proper shout out. The Kings Academy. I like that. WPB Florida. I like it even more. Let's get into it.
From earth turn we our mind and heart away to chase new joy and love. The stars we comb. The fruit of ecstasy sustains by day, but by our own in night we thirst for home.
Autopilot set for Sinai. We've got a few minutes.
Great. Thank you, Captain.
Just Zakia's fine. Vic, right?
Actually, Vern.
Sorry. So what are you reading?
Just an old book.
What's it called?
Emails of Mark Seaver. Actually, it's the oldest piece we have on Earth mythology.
Oh.
Well, it's not for everybody, but most of my students seem to enjoy it.
Oh, so you're a teacher.
Yes, a professor.
For a moment I thought you actually believed in Earth.
I do.
What?
Well, I do. I believe in Earth.
Huh. Well, I guess we're all entitled to our beliefs.
Yes.
So, why Sinai?
April 30th, 32. Next came our vessel Grand to raffle space, where asteroids smash and clang with boom and cry. In cautious speed we slow gray death's embrace, but shameful mutineers drove us to die.
Hang on, a poem. You paid for this entire trip based off of a poem?
Well, of course not. I couldn't have paid for this.
A grant.
A gift.
Go on, keep reading.
The god of Sinai slaughtered ship and crew. Its crushing stones beat down our hull like drum. As countless sailors died, as asteroids slew, few did escape. 9 ships were total sum. Our fallen ship and crew's fate we deplore. The drift in Sinai's belt forevermore.
So, have you been there before and seen the wreckage?
No, tell you the truth, I've never left the planet before.
And you must have a lot riding on this mission, setting out to prove Earth and all.
No, it's already proven.
What do you mean?
It's a Platonic argument. Shadows represent truer, deeper forms of reality. Well, basically, if I have an idea about something, it must exist somehow, some way.
So, aliens must exist then, since somebody imagined it?
No, it's more than imagination. Think of it this way. We need oxygen to breathe, but none of our planets produce it naturally. So the answer is, we must have come from an oxygen-rich planet.
But that doesn't mean Earth, with forests full of bright green trees and oceans full of liquid water, exists.
Oh, actually, it's more than that.
We're in trouble.
Should we be moving forward?
We just dropped out of light speed. It takes a minute for the engines to drop back into impulse control.
How long is a minute?
60 seconds, Professor.
We could be dead in a minute.
Yeah?
What can I do to speed things up?
Grab that strap. Clip it to the bottom of your seat. Is it tight?
Yes.
Good, now shut up.
Slow down, slow down.
That lever! Pull it!
It's still coming. Go left, go left. Sorry about that.
It's fine.
You should have worn your safety belt. So, shall we continue?
I gotta eat.
Anything to add right now, bro?
No, I'm in it.
All right.
You really think it's out there?
I do.
You can't be certain.
Well, I am.
How old's that poem?
500 years.
Is that one the original?
No.
Then where is it?
Lost.
Then you can't be certain.
What is your problem?
There's just a lot going to waste here. A lot of time, money, and hope.
And I suppose your beliefs are...
Grounded. I'm trying to make the most of my life, not just sit here waiting or hoping for a better one. Listen, I get your whole O2 argument and the whole, how can the idea of Earth exist if it ain't real? But you have 3 tries. We're triangulating the asteroid belt, and after the 3rd scan, if nothing pings, then your book is wrong. What's next?
Uh-oh. before we get to this part, I gotta say it will be a part 3, the flat Earth, coming soon. Thanks to your boy Red Feather down in the chat. Appreciate that info, Red Feather. And here we go.
Zakia, it's fine.
It doesn't hurt to take a few extra scans.
It's Steve. Get a restart. There.
It's a piece of a hydrogen tank, but it's really old. That's it, isn't it? Aren't you excited?
I thought I'd be. But looking at it now, I'm not so sure that I need it.
Why not?
When I read of how beautiful Earth is, how alive and bright, how sustaining and colorful its oceans, valleys, mountains, creatures, air, earth. When I think about how complete Earth is, I feel as though I were made for Earth, or Earth for me. I'm so drawn to it. It must exist. And if someday, somehow we discover that it doesn't, well, the worlds into which we were born are so horrible compared to the one I've read of. I think I'll stick with Earth and spend my life looking for it.
Vern.
Earth turn we our mind and heart again. Oh, vibrant star of faith in mankind reign, and lead us soon to paradise regained.
All right. So, what do that have to do with the previous video? Key thing I wanted to take from that was the point when he said the fact that he could think of something, it must already exist somewhere, some shape, some form. Is North cold or hot? South hot, cold? Etymology of words. What we was taught about Upper Egypt was below and Lower Egypt was above, flat Earth, baby. You finally understand me, brother. You finally understand. But yeah, what you got to add to that, Chaos? I just wanted that one quote to really resonate. That, like, you know, if it's thought of, it must already exist. Uh-oh.
Man, that was alright. I like that. That was cool. You know, I got a party going on in the background over here, so I ain't trying to help all that noise on there. But that was bananas. But I'm kind of mad that was a short film. I really think they should kind of go forward with that because I'm pissed off that we aren't documenting this ship and going on the show and see the firmament now.
Right. Like, if you listen to the speech, there was a speech that
Even
hold on,
even
let's see if I can find it.
that
Fuck Aaron.
poem that he was reading, the way it was setting itself up, it shows that it was kind of, remember the little movie Wally.
Yeah.
So it felt like one of those situations, you know what I'm saying, where it was like we had abandoned Earth because it was gone to crap, and then it was forgotten about, and people were like, damn, what happened to where we actually come? We gotta come from somewhere, because we bleed oxygen, but we ain't never been in a planet that was rich in oxygen. Earth gotta exist. It's just one of those storylines that I feel like could possibly play out if we're allowed to exist for that long.
Okay. Peep this interview out. I just want you to ain't nothing new under the firmament. I like that. I will make that a shirt. Babies took over. All right, check this out. Yeah, you know they run shit, get you. All right, check this out.
And to the young people in particular, I hope you will hear this. I have, as Tim said, spent my entire adult life fighting for what I believe in. I've had successes and I've had setbacks. Sometimes really painful ones. Many of you are at the beginning of your professional, public, and political careers. You will have successes and setbacks too. This loss hurts, but please never stop believing that fighting for what's right is worth it. We need you to keep up these fights now and for the rest of your lives. And to all the women, and especially the young women, who put their faith in this campaign and in me, I want you to know that nothing has made me prouder than to be your champion. I know we have still not shattered that highest and hardest glass ceiling, but someday someone will, and hopefully sooner than we might think right now. And to all the little girls who are watching this, never doubt that you are valuable and powerful and deserving of every chance and opportunity in the world to pursue and achieve your own dreams.
Hey, you see that, bro? Hey, she looked at Bill like, nigga, get away from me. She showed the chick more love than her husband. Watch this shit. Hold on. Take that. Yeah.
Your own dreams.
Yeah. Don't touch me, Bill. Don't touch me. Yeah, don't touch me. Come here, girl. Yeah. Get them besos. Get these besos. Yeah. But now,
Bill, get your ass in the car. You're not president anymore. Get your ass in the car. No. Hey, she was like, hey, Bill.
You look like she wearing a bodysuit and that shit for real though.
Whoa.
How's she walking?
Whoa.
Yo, she got like 8.
Don't start.
Yeah,
I asked Hillary,
like,
but she gonna erase your email.
I ain't gonna do it. That's a different episode. Sumerian text. What they talking about in the chat? Sumerian text going about how Earth came about. Earth in there, right? says Haley was part of the jumper program when she was young. Time travel when she made some shit I could imagine. I understand. Oh my word. It sounds no good coming from me. Kissing cousins. Who kissing cousins actually? That's nasty. You be out here kissing your cousin, man. Come on, man. What you talking about, red fella? Oh shit, I'm scared to ask. All right. So with that, man, we about to come up on that hour and a half mark. I definitely appreciate y'all. Wait, hold up, wait. Don't see. I said I was scared to ask. I was scared to ask. Hold up. What I just saw.
You just played the Hillary clip.
Hillary, Walter Price, shout out to you, brother. But red fella, what I just saw. Let me go back. Hold up. You talking about Hillary and Bill? They cousins. That's your cousin. Hold up.
Oh man.
Pursue and achieve your own dreams.
Hey, Red Feather, we have to give you a hall pass to send you and send you to go get some water, fam.
You ready for that? I gotta send you to the principal office, dog. I gotta send you out of class, dog.
You got slide, man. You be tripping sometimes, man.
You gotta go.
That's why we're gonna limit how much you get on the microphone and on the camera, man, because you gonna get a flag like a bitch.
Oh man.
You gonna get a flag
So
like
y'all got tune in for part 3. Y'all like the video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. We go get back into this tomorrow, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Can't use me down a person. Okay. So shout out to Donna and her husband, man. Appreciate you tuning in and watching us clown around and educate ourselves a little bit. Unlearn to relearn, Man, red fella, you got me dying, man. Good shit, bro. Good shit. But with that, as always,
huh?
going on? Okay. Now you want to pop up? What's going on here? Really talk to me now, StreamYard. Have I used up all my time? Ain't with greatness. They fucked me up. I got a delay going on here. But yeah, thank with greatness.